SFL, this is GeoFacebo coming at you with another video. What is up, fellas? Today, I want to introduce you to the FATEBRINGER 3.0, like I like to call it, Year 3's FATEBRINGER. And what would you guys say if I told you that this year's FATEBRINGER is better than the FATEBRINGER and the Imagaloop? Oh, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and dive right in and find out. So as you guys recall, year 1, guys, we had a weapon called the FATEBRINGER, and many swear by this weapon. Many say that this is by far the best PVE hand cannon or best PVE weapon within the entire game of Destiny. And that is our weapon of choice during when we were doing Vault of Glass, when we were doing any sort of in-game activity. Definitely the FATEBRINGER was your go-to weapon. A lot of people love this weapon, and when the weapon disappeared and vanished in year 1, everybody was saying when year 2 comes around, what exactly is going to happen to our beloved FATEBRINGER? And what happened to the FATEBRINGER? Unfortunately, we weren't able to carry it over. But this is the problem with the FATEBRINGER this time around. It does absolutely no work on year 3. Or year 2, but nonetheless. I mean, year 3 is a lot higher level. And this one, you're not able to do anything. As you guys see right there, I'm shooting the ads. And it takes so many bullets to actually get this completed. So what happened? Year 2 came around. And we were fortunate enough to get the Imagaloop. Now, getting the Imagaloop came at a cost because you actually had to farm this weapon to be able to get the exact same rolls as the FATEBRINGER. And you know, it was a lot of grinding. Sometimes it would have dropped, sometimes it wouldn't drop, and now it's even a little bit more harder in the sense that you have to have keys, and in order for you to have keys, you have to do strikes, and in order for you to do strikes, you know, you got to grind and grind and grind until you have enough keys to farm a perfect god roll Imagaloop that matches the FATEBRINGER. So as you know, the biggest things with the FATEBRINGER is Firefly, explosive rounds, and outlaw. Those are the main perks. Unfortunately, now we don't have no elemental damage, so we're not really able to get any elemental damage. But as you see right here, the Imagaloop wrecks and destroys just like your old FATEBRINGER without the advantage of having any sort of elemental damage. But it's still an amazing weapon for PvE. One of the best PvE weapons if you have the correct rolls. But you know, that's year 2. And you know, people still in year 3 are like, oh man, I really wish I could get an Imagaloop. But what would happen if I told you guys, there is a better weapon. Yes, a better weapon than the Imagaloop. And that is going to go ahead and lead us to the following. But let me show you guys a quick comparison with the FATEBRINGER and the Imagaloop. As you guys see, they're extremely identical. The only slight or smidgen is the stability. But if you roll this with the perfect rolls with Outlaw, Explosive Rounds, and Firefly, then you have the perfect grill. As you see, mine is just missing Firefly, but other than that, it would be an identical roll as the FATEBRINGER. As you guys see, you're able to change any sort of sights like Quick Draw, Sure Shot, but you know, the FATEBRINGER also gave you those abilities. But let's take a look at this weapon that I say it's better than the Imagaloop and better than the FATEBRINGER, and that is the Wail. So the Wail is a hand cannon you're able to pick up with Future Will Call, and I got an amazing roll with Explosive Rounds, Hammer Forge, and I also was able to get Firefly. Now, your middle tree is the one that's going to be a big factor right here, because a lot of people swear by Outlaw, but look at the stats. Look, it has more range, it has more stability, and more reload speed than our beloved FATEBRINGER. And if I compare that to the Imagaloop, you'll notice about the same difference and the same set of stats, because the FATEBRINGER and the Imagaloop are identical, but just that this one is better. It's just so much better. The only downside is none of the Imagaloop or this one have any sort of elemental damage, but none of them do at the current moment. But if you're trying to compare in form of stats of which weapon is better, then definitely the Wail is one to pick. Not only that, but it's also a lot easier to farm. So as you guys know, when you guys do strikes, you guys are going to be farming them with skeleton keys. You're going to have to go to a strike, wait for the skeleton to drop, and go ahead at this one. This one gives you the ability, all you got to do is partner up with the Future Will Court, pledge your allegiance to them, farm heavy ammo synthesis, wait for Sir to come, pick up the heavy ammo that he brings to the tower, and just level it up like that way. Or you could go, if you have enough motes of light, you could just go ahead and just level it up through through motes of light, making it a lot easier to actually farm this weapon. Gives you a bigger chance to actually land a perfect roll a role that you're happy with. Now, like I said, a lot of people like Outlaw. I like Outlaw, but remember, Outlaw gives you the ability, if you're pretty much killing enemies, it'll allow you to reload faster. But with this weapon, that's not so important, because the weapon already comes with good stats for reroll. So all you have to worry about is getting that middle perk with something that gives you more of an advantage, or gives you more the ability to make this an amazing weapon. So that middle tree, you're able to play with it and say, okay, you know what, I don't really need Outlaw, because the reload speed's still pretty good in this weapon. So I'm gonna probably try to get a different perk or something that works a little bit better, so it's fits my playstyle or works better for me. And as you guys see, this thing automatically wrecks. You guys saw the little bit comparisons I did with both weapons, but this thing is a monster, guys. And if you're joining the raid, this will one-shot the shanks for you without a doubt and without a problem. So definitely a worthy weapon, and this is my Year 3's Fatebringer, and I highly recommend it to every single one of you guys. Definitely go ahead and pick this one up. Try to get a really nice roll. The vendor one's not that bad, but you definitely want to roll one that's identical to the Fatebringer, just because you can have those stats rolls. Explosive rounds and Firefly would be your main things with this weapon. The middle tree, you could go with something that you more like. I like Hammerforge because it improves your range and accuracy, and who doesn't want better range, and who doesn't want better aim assist or better accuracy with this weapon? And it's gonna make it a must go to gun in this Year 3. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys have seen this weapon before, if you guys have this weapon, or if you guys are looking for an Imago Loop. Well, you guys can please consider actually picking this one up instead of the Imago Loop. Please let me know all that in the comment section below. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, make sure you guys drop a comment and a like. And don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, keep it locked on this channel, and I will catch you guys on the next video.